who will deliver the show. And that's why we wanted to make sure that the show that you deliver is consistent. If one person is, for example, delivering his table topic sitting in a chair, while the other person is making use of his body language by walking around the room, you are now putting unfair advantage on technology for one person against the other. So we want to create this baseline for all the contestants that they are able to deliver their speech, whether it's table topic or international, at the same level field, playing field, which means the winner will be based on the content and your delivery, and not because of the technology, not because of your lack of preparedness on doing an online contest. And how do we do that? I will be sharing with you one document very shortly for all the contestants, which we have recently prepared, which should give you some idea of what to do in terms of your preparedness. How should you come prepared on that day? And from today onwards, what should you do besides your speech, besides preparing your speech, besides rehearsing? How should you come and deliver that speech? What should you do? So there are a few guidelines, and I will be focusing now today only on this 5 contestants who are here. There are 6 of you. Hopefully Syed will join us. If not, he will hopefully then go through the recording and understand. First, I will look at the contestants. So we have 4 contestants for international. That's Tabassum, Rajesh, Ahmed, and Syed. And for in table topics, we have Tabassum, Alan, Rohena, Syed, and Askar Ali. So let's talk about international, because that's where you need to deliver your speech properly, right? And what are the preparations that we will be doing? The first thing I recommend, and we can confirm from you all, is all of you all will be delivering from using a laptop or a phone, okay? Because our recommendation is all these contestants use a laptop, okay? And so that makes me, first of all, ask, first of all, let's say Tabassum. Tabassum, I will unmute you, and you can give where is Tabassum? Okay. So Tabassum, can you confirm that you will be delivering your speech using a laptop and...
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you switch on your video, all the contestants? I want to see you all.
I'll be delivering my speech using the laptop.
Can you enable your video, because we need to have a discussion.
Yeah. So, I'll be using the laptop, and only laptop.
Okay. And Alan is next. No, yes. Alan is not.
Very same device.
I'm here.
Rajesh is Rajesh Venugopal is unmuted, and Syed has not. Syed has not come, right? So, and Rohena is also a contestant. So I'm just unmuting all the contestants, because I want to give you some instructions, and I want to make sure that you are in a quiet room so that others don't get disturbed with any other noise. And Askar Ali is here, unmuted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's remaining? Okay, yeah. Ahmed Omar. Yes. So you all are the contestant now, and you all can see each other, right? Now, I have a reference speaker in this among the 6 of you all, and that for me, the reference speaker is Tabassum Ali. Are you sitting in the same place you will be delivering your speech, Tabassum? Tabassum?
Yeah, I can. 1 second. Let me just unmute. Yeah. Sorry, just repeat, because I think the connection is a little unstable, so your voice is breaking.
Okay.
You want to show the area from where I'll be delivering my speech?
Your voice is still breaking.
Yeah,
what
I know, it's very bad.
What I was asking is, will you be delivering your speech from this position on Friday in the same place?
No. I'll be positioning, I have kept a box here, and this is how I'll be delivering. So I'm going to keep it, yeah, I have this dining table, and then I'll be lifting it on a box, and this is the position, this is how I'll be delivering my speech.
Okay, can you step backwards from where you will be delivering your speech? Okay, so you'll be somewhere over here.
This
Contestants, I want you all to tabassum.
Okay. My hands are visible.
Okay, this is more or less the reference for you all to use. And there are a couple of things you will notice that she's using. First, we can see her clearly. Okay, in fact, if you switch on the speaker, you will see that you can see her clearly. Second is, she's almost at the eye level. You are not exactly to the eye level. You might have to bring your laptop screen little in front, Tabassum. Just in front so that it is in
the front.
Yes. Little more.
Okay, I can also lower it like this.
Yes, perfect. See, now this is the angle you should look at, because if you see now, the camera is looking straight at her. And now she has an advantage. If you all don't use the same kind of structure, same kind of space, you all will be at a disadvantage, because then she is able to demonstrate body language, vocal variety, because she is using headset. I'll come to that next. So try to figure out that you all can position yourself by Friday in this position. Okay. Ask her, for example, where are you? Here. So if you notice, compare your screen to Tabassum. And if you would be giving your speech sitting down, obviously you will lose out on that part of body language and all that. So what could you do to help you to get that kind of position? Why did you unmute yourself? I want all the participants to be mute.
Okay, is it okay?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
You hearing me? Okay. Okay, let me see. Is that fine?
It is now better than before, because now you're standing. Okay. But if you see the difference between you and Tabassum, I think you should stand there only, so that they observe you as a reference and try to copy that.
I'm not, okay,
I believe Oscar is on the mobile, and he needs to rotate his mobile to landscape.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
Yes, I would do that by maybe by evening.
Yes, so and basically all of the contestants, feel free to connect to me after the session to make sure that your technicals are set up like that, the light is set up like that. Because Asker, the other problem you will face is that you have a very bright window behind you. Okay. And that would cause problems maybe on that morning. You will find that your face is dark because the camera is trying to adjust to the light behind you. And that is another thing we will have to try and sort out for your presentation. Okay, so now you're learning. You see, now you have put a light in front of you to take advantage of the light. So these are the things that as contestants you all need to ensure. Obviously, giving on a phone, you are at a disadvantage. So somewhere down the line by tomorrow, try to get a laptop set up and see whether you will be able to do it with a laptop. Alan is a technical guy. I don't have any, I think he has already copied what Tabassum is doing there, and he will be ready with his presentation.
I think I'm going to do the same thing that I had done for the previous mock. Was there any issue with that?
It's only the positioning. So if you, and you can check that also, because what Tabassum has done is she has put a big box on her table, and then she has kept the laptop on top of that box. That brings the camera right towards her face.
It's on a box. It's elevated on a big box.
A very big box like this. And yes, so I can see now that Rajesh is also trying the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is in terms of your look, that you should be having this kind of position that Tabassum has. That so you'll all get the same kind of visuals for the judges. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Why are you unmuted? I had unmuted you.
I don't know. It's unmuted. Yeah.
Okay, now
you're unmuted. Okay. I have a question. Actually, I have set up my laptop today, and it's on a box. It's in front of me, but I don't know why. For some unknown reason, the connection is not, it's not connecting to Zoom. Help me.
Okay.
It just says, please click open Zoom meetings if you see the system
Okay, so
dialog.
what we
It's
can
not
do
opening
is,
for
Can I
me.
sit down?
what we can do is later on, we can have one-to-one session to troubleshoot your technical parts, like how I did for Tabassum,
Okay.
because now this is a general presentation for people to know how they should look on that Friday morning. Okay.
Yeah.
So Ahmed, great. You're also looking at the same idea now. You're trying to give the same kind of visuals. Your background is too bright.
Yes,
Your
I feel
This is not good.
the place is dark here.
Exactly. So you will
Yes.
sort it out. You'll put some lights in front of you. You will try to do something, or you can put some colorful background behind you so that the camera will automatically compensate for that background. Now it is trying to compensate for the blank wall, which is giving you a disadvantage in terms of the lighting. So you will sort it out in the next 2 days to get the right light to be like how Tabassum has done.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my reference point for all of you in terms of your visuals.
Okay.
What
Is that clear? And now,
about having a
yes, Askar, go ahead.
virtual background as you have it behind you?
Can I sit down?
Don't do virtual backgrounds, not recommended
Sit
for
down.
contestants.
Okay.
Virtual backgrounds, first of all, the only reason you can see
Can
my
you-
virtual, yeah. Let me finish, Askar, because the only reason you are able to see a virtual background of me is I have actually a green screen behind of me. And because of that green screen, you are able to, but as a contestant, you need to move around a lot. So your room should be visible to the judges as it is without any kind of fake virtual background. Okay.
Okay.
So the visuals are taken care of. Looking great now, Alan. Your eye contact is in the same line as the laptop. So everyone is getting the idea how they will
It's my
deliver.
laptop right now. It's
Yeah,
been on top of many things.
Whatever, but you know what, you are IT
Yes,
guys.
I
So,
got it.
guys, we got the timing right. Let's move on to the sound and we will test it now with each one of you. So all the contestants, do you all have wireless headsets? Not wired. This is a wired one, but do you all have a wireless headset?
No.
No,
Bluetooth.
I have with my mobile.
Okay, let's go one by one. So again, we have a reference here. Come closer, Tabassum. Where is she? Okay. So I see Askar is using AirPods, right?
Yeah. For
Great.
the time being.
Yeah. Now, if you see,
I have another set. The headset.
all right. So let's start with that. What is the advantage of using, first of all, wireless, and what kind of wireless headset you will use? Again, my reference here is Tabassum, and she's using the most expensive headset you can get in the market. It's the Bose QC35 II. I mean, by that, already she's having a slight advantage in terms of audio because her audio will come very clear. She will be able to listen to us very clear. Am I right, Tabassum? Yeah. Now,
Yes, just repeat your sentence.
yeah, so
What did you say with the Bose I have?
it's the most
Good
expensive one.
quality. Repeat the purpose now.
Yeah, it's the most expensive wireless headset. So she is able to deliver a clearer audio to the computer. Okay, so all the contestants now, first of all, need to figure out you all have a Bluetooth headset or no. Like Askar, if you have a headset, which is Bluetooth, go for that. If not, your second option, best option is your AirPod that you already have. Other contestants, look for that. Without a Bluetooth headset, as you step back, your voice will automatically become less audible. That will be a panel. I mean, the judges will struggle to hear what you are saying. Even if your connection is good, but once you step 3 or 4 feet back and your laptop is trying to pick up your audio, no, it won't pick up. You will lose out on that. So Bluetooth headset, everyone try to get them. If you don't have at home, go and buy. Even a cheap one will do. As long as it is wireless Bluetooth, you need it connected to your laptop or your phone if you're using a phone. Is that clear? Anybody
Yes.
has any challenges
Yeah,
regarding the?
but the thing is, are we going to do the same for the division contest as well?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, it will be a problem, no?
Because then we'll have to notify the speakers that they need to buy Bluetooth headsets, right?
Yeah. So this document that I have created is a reference document, which I'm sharing with all of you all. It has to be shared with the division contestants also. So that goes without saying. Because if the judges can't hear you, then of course they can't hear you. And if they can't hear you, they don't know what you have said. And then they can't mark you. Right? So visual, you've got the clarity. Please, before the contest also, if you all want, connect with me. I will test it out for you, how you look, how you sounding, everything. And then you'll be able to deliver that quality performance for those hundreds of people who are going to attend on that day. Okay, so let's get them a good show with good light. Let's not have any dark light behind us. Our face is clear, our voice is clear. If there are technical glitches on that day which are beyond our control, network goes down and all that, that's different. But we would prepare 95% of all that is required to give a quality this thing. It will be during the daytime. So as much as possible, try to make use of the sunlight that comes through your window so that you position it in such a way that your face is visible, and obviously the headphones will ensure that your sound is audible. Visibility and the audio, these are the two components that will give you a quality speech. And the rest, of course, is your actual speech, how you deliver. That will be the real thing, but it should not be constrained by anything related to technicals. So that's what we are trying to overcome today, how you will do. The third part is getting familiar with the controls of the Zoom in terms of making sure, as far as your audio is concerned, don't worry about it. The hosts will automatically mute you all. There is no problem. The host will mute you as and when you are required to turn on the sound, the host will unmute you. But your video is in your control, because at the worst, we can switch off your video. But when we want to switch it on, only you can do it as a contestant. So the Sergeant of Arms will tell you, please switch on a video. You should be able to switch it on and off. And I'm sure all of you know these controls, how to switch on and off your video. Anybody has any doubts? We can practice now, because that's what we are here for.
Oh, need to get a hands-on on it.
Yeah, so
get a hands-on on it. I need.
Everyone just switch off your video and try to switch it on. The contestants, yeah.
Stop. Okay. Switched off now?
Yeah, so, you all switched off and on. We are just practicing, but I don't see any problem with anybody as of now. Everyone seems great from the technicals. Yes, Askar also came back, waiting for Tabassum.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
And Alan and Tabassum. Tabassum, don't tell me you still have problems. I can't accept that after all the training.
Ahmad Al-Amoudi wants to be unmuted.
You muted him. I didn't mute him.
Thank you very much. It showed me a message that you were muted by the host, so I couldn't unmute myself.
Okay, it must have been done by one of the co-hosts, but it was not me. I didn't touch the controls at all.
Okay.
Okay. So all the contestants are now getting the familiarity of the controls of video, audio. You already know now in terms of your delivery, how you will deliver, what's your reference guide. And now actually we have time to do some practice, especially for the table topics. And what I have done is I have created a breakout room. So whenever the table topics are to be done, you know you have to go in a separate room, right? In Zoom, this is called breakout rooms. Some of the Kuwait, yes, Ahmed.
Can I go? I have an urgent call.
Okay.
And I'll come back after that.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I have to go right now.
It's okay. It's okay.
Kajit, before we go to the table topics, are we going to do a timer thing also?
Yes,
I just need
we
to
have
see
to. Yeah. Let's practice the timer part of it also. Who is going to be a timer?
DTM, Ahmed Dashti volunteers?
No,
I
we
have many co-hosts. Please,
from Kushbayan, and I believe DTM Dashti would be the backup or trainer for the timers from 104.
Okay, so who's the main timer?
Khalid Manzoor.
Okay, let's
the timer, your role first, and then the name followed by your name. He's in the meeting.
Oh, and Dashti is here. Khalid Manzoor. He has to enable his video, right? Faisal, where is he?
I think due to loss of internet connection, he is disconnected. Let me just get him in. For the time being, we have Dashti here, if he can hear us.
Okay, I'll unmute him.
Yes, I can hear you.
So contestants, please note, the way we will approach this is, and again, it depends on whether you are using a laptop or a mobile. That's why for contestants, my recommendation, use a laptop. Okay, because you can see more when you have a bigger screen rather than when you have a small phone. Now, the way you will do it is, let's say Dashti is the main timer. Okay. What you have to do is, before you start your speech, you must locate the timer, and you can easily see that his name, he has prefixed it with a timer. Also, if you go at the bottom of your Zoom meeting, and if you click on participants, also you will find his name there. Now, what we need to do is, before you start your speech, and this will be given to you as a briefing, but we will also practice it today, is that you need to pin the timer before you start your speech. What does pinning means? If you pin Dashti, his screen will appear in front of you, okay? And he will generally be muted, by the way. He won't be in, you won't be able to hear him, but you should be able to see him. Now, just for an example, I will mute Dashti for example, but he'll be able to hear me. All the contestants, what you'll do, try to locate Dashti and pin him.
How do I do that?
Okay, so if you are on the mobile, when you find him, just double tap like this, so that his screen comes to you in front of you. So now it should show you green. If you're using a mobile, if you're using a laptop, then if you just hover on that name and you right click on those three dots, you can say pin video. So all contestants, please confirm that you know how to pin the video. And we'll do a small test. Okay, Alan has confirmed. Tabassum, confirm that you know. Rajesh can pin the video. Rohana, can you pin the video? Timer.
Timer Mohammed Dashti. Okay, how do I pin him on the mobile?
Just tap twice. It's like a double tap.
Okay, I tap twice. It's taking me to his chat.
Taking you to?
The chat screen.
No, find the screen, the green screen that you can, as you scroll forward and backward till you find Dashti, and just maybe single tap or double tap. I think it is double tap. What phone are you using, iPhone or?
Let me just check. iPhone, yes, iPhone. Okay, timer Dashti, green, yes.
Yeah, just tap it, okay. Yeah. So now
I see the green thing.
Yeah, so now when you are giving your speech, you will only see this on the screen. And then when he changes to yellow, Dashti, can you change to yellow?
It's red. Okay.
Right. Whatever. The color will be shown like
okay.
this. So you will be observing the timer, and the rest of the people will be observing you. So only you as a contestant will be pinning the timer so that on your screen, you see the timer. And the rest of the audience, they will see you on their screen. Okay.
Okay. Just one question, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah. When the contestant comes to, and he stands or she stands to speak,
yeah,
automatically this Mr. Dashti will show us the thing, or do we have to double click him on at that particular time before standing to speak?
No, before standing to speak, you will identify the timer. You will know who's the timer on that day. It won't be Dashti. I don't know who will be the main timer, but you will be briefed. This is your timer.
Whoever it is. Okay.
Yeah. So once you come to the to deliver your speech, identify the timer, double tap so that he comes on your screen, and then you step backwards.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And when we start, he starts his timing.
They will give you a lot of flexibility, like you'll have to raise your thumb, you're ready and all this thing. At that time, he will start the timer. And then as it turns green, you will see his screen turning green. As it turns yellow, you will see his screen turning yellow. So you know the timer is working. So the question happens is, what happens, the immediate question on all the contestant mind is, what happens if suddenly Dashti gets disconnected? How do you maintain the flow of your speech? Now, as a group today, we have to agree on the protocol for failure, the backup. And one of the discussion we have discussed is that the backup timer, because once you lose Dashti, you are lost, okay? Now you can't go back to the screen and try to pin the video of the second timer or the backup timer. Please don't do that. You will lose the flow of your speech, whether it's table topic, whether it's international. Don't waste your time. You lost the timer, continue as if nothing has happened. And the backup system we are thinking is that the backup timer, we will unmute him and he will tell you 5. You should hear it in your ears. So let's try that, okay? What we will do now is, all of you all will pin Dashti, and I will take Sahar as my backup timer, just for an example. Madam Sahar, are you there?
Sure. Kajit, before we do that, we need to unmute Rohena. So what's happening is the moment we mute ourselves, we are not able to unmute. I think that's the technical thing.
Yeah, I possibly, yeah, okay, let me do, what I had done is when I had muted all, I had said, don't give the control to unmute yourself. Yeah, so that's the whole.
And the second one is there is a contestant, Ahmad Al-Amodi, who's trying to get in. There's just one message which came in, and if you can just get him.
Yeah, actually there are many co-hosts. They're immediately letting the people in, like Faisal is tracking all. No, there's nobody in the waiting room as of now.
Ahmed is already inside.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, my question now, I'm in on my laptop. Okay.
Yes, great.
I cannot see all the participants on one screen. Why? Whenever I click on participants, I'm opening up just the names, not the videos.
See those 9 buttons, the gallery view?
Yeah, on your right hand side, there is something called speaker view and gallery view.
It's not there. I checked that.
Okay.
Last time I had it. I don't know why it's not here.
And this is the other thing I want to advise all the contestants: do not connect with 2 devices at the same time, because you will get the interruptions like what Rohana is currently facing, because she has logged in with a laptop and a mobile. And if you have 2 devices next to each other, they pick up the audio of each other and it becomes into an infinite loop, and it disturbs everyone's, right? So do make sure that you have only 1 device at any given time. Rohena, so
yes. How do I see all the participants?
So in your Zoom meeting, you should be able to go up on the right side, and the right corner, there is something called speaker view and gallery view.
Catching for the last meeting, it was there. Right now, I don't see it. For the last 2 meetings, I cannot see it. Yeah. And with great difficulty, I got in.
Yeah, so this type of thing, I will, after the meeting, I will connect with you, Rohena, and I'll sort out how you see things. Okay? Again, because everyone has to get familiar with the technology. You can't troubleshoot individual things at this point. We are just generally describing what it should be. Use laptops, use this distance, use headphones, use good light, okay? And the timer, how you'll manage the timer. So Sahar, are you online? I'm trying to, Sahar Albert.
Rohena, just to make sure, just like you are moving your cursor to show up the options.
What, Faisal?
I said may sometime it's invisible from the setting and we have to move the cursor.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll sort out this thing before. Don't worry, I made a note of it.
May I interrupt, please? Sorry, Gadgetin. Yes, I am not getting access to the waiting room. So as a co-host, so if there is anybody there, because I have been receiving a chat. Contestant Saeed Al Ghamdi is in the waiting room. So if we could.
Faisal, there's nobody in the waiting room, right? He's a co-host. He's been admitting.
Yeah, no one. I'm admitting them as we are receiving the message. But in case somebody is out, just send the message in the chat box.
Okay.
As of now, nobody.
Certain people who have not even recognized themselves, and I think they are contestants of the actual contest. So would they be allowed to attend today's mock? How is it?
That I don't know who has shared. I'm only focusing on the contestants, preparing them, and then I will be now doing a small mock on the table topic so that I shift them into this thing. I'm not actually validating who's joining. That's
no problem. No worries. We'll manage.
Okay, so what we want to do now is do a test of a failure of a timer. So Muhammad Dashti is the timer. So what will happen is I will start counting. You will pin, all 6 contestants will pin Dashti, okay? And I will tell at some point for Dashti to disconnect himself, okay? Or just switch off your video. So suddenly you will not see him in the pin video. How do you then continue, and who tells you now that you're on time? And that's why I'm trying Sahar as my backup, but she seems to be not available.
Yes, okay, I am here with you.
Okay, Sahar. So Sahar, what we'll do is, when you see, what you do is you also pin Dashti on your screen so that you know that Dashti is there. And when you find that Dashti has disappeared, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
And I will immediately unmute you at that time. And then you will.
How can I bring the colors on the screen?
No, you will not bring the colors, because even if you bring the colors, the contestants will not see them because you are not pinned for them, right? And they are not, they don't have the time to look for you. So the backup, and this should only be in case of emergency. So let's say you saw the green signal, okay, at 1 minute, and at 1.5 minutes, you know that they can't see the yellow. So you will say 1.5. You know, or 1 minute 30 seconds. You'll just say the words.
Okay, so you will unmute me and I will say.
You'll say, you'll put that word, 1 minute 30 seconds. Then at 2 you'll say, at 2 minutes you'll say 2 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't have to use this backup, but assuming that that's the sort of
some will not hear me.
Yeah, pardon?
If the contestants will not hear me.
They will hear you because I will be unmuting you.
No, but at the contest.
The host who is running the meeting, in this case, probably DTM Ali, he will make sure that this is our backup procedure. Because he will be monitoring the timer. He says, oh, the timer has disappeared. My backup timer, let me go and unmute. And then he will say the number, 1.5. Or if it is for international, it says 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Let's do a small test. Dashti,
sure.
All the contestants, please pin Dashti.
Yeah. I think Sahar, you can pin Dashti, so you will get to know.
Yeah, Sahar also, you just pin Dashti, so you know that his screen is on.
I pinned him. Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's now on the screen, on my screen.
And let's say the contestant is speaking, okay? And So now they're all seeing Dashti. Please give me a hand, all the contestants. You can see Dashti. Rohena? No?
I can't see the participants. I can't pin.
Just double click on him. Double click if you are from mobile.
No, she's on a laptop now.
I'm trying to click on the name also, but it's not happening.
Kajitan, can she share the screen so we can guide her right away?
Yeah.
And also, we do have some people, we are not able to recognize them. Can we? Can I just say the names if they are in the room also? We have Hindu Bait. Is she from District 20 or other district?
20, yes. From area 17.
Area 17?
Yeah.
Are you part of one of the teams?
Hindu Bait or me?
Hindu Bait.
No, she is not a part. She is participant only.
No, I mean she is taking part on the day of mock contest. She is contestant on the day mock day.
She is on contestant for 17 area 17 division E.
By the way, this session is only limited to the contestants who are going to be in the mock contest.
She has to go out.
Yes, we cannot keep other people's in.
Yeah. Dashti, will you please tell her?
And also we have Muna Al-Kanai, I believe.
Muna Al-Kanai is not a participant. She's
also from District 20?
She's District 20, yeah.
And Amnal Hamdan?
And the Hamdan also, yeah.
So I believe we have to, or they can voluntarily leave the room because this is only specifically for the people who are going to take part in the mock contest. On that day, they can join if allowed from the moderators and organizers.
Okay, so please, Anna Hamdan, Muna Al-Kanai, and Abed, will you please go out from this meeting? Thank you very much. Muhammad,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Faisal. Muhammad, will you please tell them, please? They are from your group. Thank you. Okay,
so
done,
yeah,
Faisal.
I have, before we start the actual trial, I just wanted the timer to be completed so that we can speed up our training.
Can I share the screen once and show you?
Okay.
Do you see something? There is no gallery view.
Now you are on my screen. So Muhammad Dashti is not here. Is not pinned. He is not pinned.
No, right now actually Rohena is sharing her screen. I just trying to
Rohena, I believe Rohena opened, if she is not in application, she is in the web access.
Thing.
Yeah, okay. And she has a limited access.
Okay, so fine. Rohena, I'll sort out your problem afterwards to download the app and from your computer, and so that you'll get the full flexibility of all these things. Okay. So now, since you can't pin, we'll try for the rest of the this thing. Dashti, are you around? Okay, Dashti is around. Please pin. Please pin him, and then Sahar is unmute. I'll mute you for the time being. I'll unmute you only when he disappears from the screen. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start the timer. Let's say you have started speaking, and Dashti, after 5 seconds, please display the green. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now you're seeing the green, and let's say Dashti, video suddenly stopped. So please stop your video. And so you don't have the timer on your pin video, right? So now what Sahar will do is, she has observed that Dashti has disappeared. So now she will just say, let's say 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Like that, okay? So that will be our backup. Clear? So you'll be able to hear her, and hopefully we don't have to use this. Whoever is the main timer, his thing will be on 90% of the time. But if it fails, then the backup will do like this.
Okay.
Comfortable? And so now, for the people who have joined us from Saudi, Asker, and I see Syed also has joined us. Welcome. I don't know when you joined. I'm unmuting you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I joined maybe 10 minutes ago, and I joined upon the request of Toastmaster. I don't know his name. He jumped on my WhatsApp and told me you need to join because this is a rehearsal for the mocking contest that we're going to do on Friday. So that's why I'm here.
So what I'm going to do is, now let's say we are going to hold a table topic session, okay? And you know that in table topics, especially Tabassum, Alan, Rohena, Syed, and Asker, these are the, Ahmad is not in the table topics, but let's say you all are going to do the table topic, 5 of you all. So let me unmute Asker. Why is it not unmuting? Okay, Alan. Okay, Alan, then Rohena is there. Tabassum is sorry. Where is Tabassum? Tabassum, your video.
Hello.
Yeah, actually, before we do that now, I see that before we do that now, let's do one thing, all the contestants, and I'm talking to Tabassum, Alan, Rohena, Saeed, and Asker, okay?
Yes.
You notice Alan Paul, how he has named himself?
No. Let me just.
You all can see, if you can click on manage participants, you will see Rohena. Okay. So now I need Tabassum, Alan, Rohena, Syed, and Asker. Okay.
Yes.
Where is Syed? Syed. Syed Al-Gamdi, Asker, Rohena. Where is Tabassum? Okay. Unmuted. 1 minute. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, yes, I just unmuted.
Now, 5 of you all contestant, what I want you all to do is, you see Alan, what he has done, he has said TT contestant Alan Paul. Okay, so he has prefixed himself with table topic contestant Alan Paul. Can you all name yourself like that?
But see, in my case, I'm in 2 categories.
You'll change it. You will change it during that time. Okay, in the sequence. Okay, so Rohena.
How do we name?
Yes. So what you want me to name?
TT contestant Tabassum Ali.
My name is okay, right?
No, TT contestant Rohena. It's just Rohena.
I wrote Rohena TT. Okay, this one I did not.
How do we change the name?
But put, that's why I'm training you all how to do that, because you'll have to do it on that day. So the name, if you, depends on the device, but if you're using a laptop, it's very simple. You can just click on your name, the 3 buttons, and then you can say rename. Okay?
Okay.
And I want you all to do it yourself. I can rename you all right now, but I want you all to do it because I want you all to be. So now Tabassum has done it, Rohena has done it, Alan has done it. I want Asker and Syed to do it somehow.
I'm checking it out. Let's see.
Yeah.
Asker, if you're on the mobile, you will go to participants and then you will find your name and click on your name.
Great.
Oh, okay.
Syed.
Yes. Okay. Then I go here.
Yeah, but Syed, I want you to put TT contestant Syed, not Syed Algani contestant. I want you to say TT contestant Syed.
TT contestant.
I changed it.
Fantastic, Asker. And
yes. But how do I come back? Oh.
Okay, great. Just waiting for Syed. We have 4 and then.
There we go.
All have done it. And the reason why we do it, by the way, I will just show you why it is useful for the people who are running the show. If you all do it like this is what will happen. I will just show you on screen now.
We are sisters in Islam.
So if you see now on your screen, all the TT, they are in one place. So it's very easy for the host now to move you all to the next part, which is to move you to the isolation room. Okay, let me do that. So this is how you'll name it. After you finish your contest, you can immediately name, if you are doing the next contest, you can say international contestant Tabassum Ali, like this, so that you're all together. Now, what we are going to do is I'm going to shift all the 5 contestants into the isolation room. Okay, along with the who's going to be our table topic contest chair. I just want you all to move there just for example. Saira is here?
Yes, she is here.
Where is she? I saw her, but she left, I think. Okay, for the time being, I'm just going to move all the table topic contestants and maybe somebody has already done it for me. Is it the Faisal Jamil doing it? Who moved them to all
You mean capitalize there?
But only 4 are there. Who's the 5th one missing? Alan, Paul, Asker, Rohena, Saida. Faisal, you have done the assignment on the breakout room?
No.
Somebody did it.
They are already in the room?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody is missing. What is that? Assign.
Should I move myself or someone would move me to the isolation?
No, I will do that. 6. Okay, so right now.
I don't know how to move myself to the isolation room to begin with, so I better be moved.
So all the table topic contestant along with Saira will now be asked to move to the
Host inviting you to join breakout room.
Yes, Said is left and Alan is here only.
you go with them and bring them one by one. Just in the meantime, I'll explain to them how this is happening.
Okay.
Yeah, just go to the room. So what has happened for the rest of you all who are here is that they have been moved to another room and they can't see what's happening here. So when the contest chair is reading out the table topic, they can't hear it. Okay. And you will see them coming one by one as a sergeant of arms who is still here right now.
Gadgeton, I think you need to send me the invitation also.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Unassigned isolation room.
They must be having fun there.
Without you. Hang on a minute. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? SSA, move assigned to isolation room. You would have got it.
All right. And do one thing, send Abdul Wahid also. So he would be knowing also what's happening. Send Abdul Wahid also.
Okay. And send them one by one back here so that we will see them coming. So both the sergeant of arms are now in the isolation room with our contestants, and they will instruct after every 1 minute or something like that, 2 minutes, for them to come here and to deliver their speech. The same thing doesn't apply for our international contestant because they don't have to go to the isolation room. So you all will be delivering your speeches from here itself. And since we don't have evaluation contest, again, isolation is not applicable. So, so see, Rajesh has joined us. Let's say he was a first contestant. So the sergeant of arms has instructed him to come here and he would then give his speech. I would unmute him or whoever is controlling it. And Rajesh, say hi. My table topic is X.
Okay. Hello everyone. My table topic is XYZ.
So yeah, thanks. So let's see the next person coming in. Maybe they're having fun in the other room. That's why they are coming so slowly. So, but I can see that they are there and yeah.
Just are we having a trial how they will choose the topic and how they will attempt?
Yeah, we can do that. It's up now. My job is done, by the way. So now any of the contest chairs want to train them how you will do it. You all are free to take it up now, especially who's going to be the table topic.
Tyra is there in place of Jahangir for time being. So she's got the topics ready and maybe we could try it out with a contestant.
Yeah, fine. In fact, my objective was if we have the time, let us do a trial table topic so that we observe how they come and then.
Absolutely.
And yeah. So
let's do the admit part once again. If they once let them come in, then we can let them choose the topic and then they can go back to the.
Yeah, we'll do that. Let's bring them all all at one time.
Okay.
Do we have any other? Shall I go and tell them to all come at one shot? I don't know why they are taking their time. Who came? Okay, I'll join them and I'll give me a minute.
Is still there? Maybe Kaditan.
Yeah.
Do you want to as well try and then
Yes,
we can
Khalid?
have maybe one table topics? Yes, sorry.
Yeah. In fact, that was what we just discussed. We are going to do a trial run as requested by Alifia. Yeah, so they are all coming back now.
Sure.
Why are they still there? Let me unmute all in the meantime.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Why? What is? Saira has joined us.
One by one.
Alan Paul has joined us. I can force them all to come back actually.
Don't force anyone.
Do that then.
Okay.
So as you can see, they had a good time in the isolation room, and they are now, I think, almost back, most of them.
Hello.
Only Rohena is pending. Okay, so now I will hand over to Saira. And
yeah, before you will go to Kajitan, just one question. I believe there is an option that once I will leave the room as a co-host, I should not be again be admitted again to the room. I should be redirected automatically to the room. I think there is an option.
Okay.
It's not allowing me to get in until you will approve again.
Okay.
Because I'll be going in and coming out.
Is it? but
Yeah, because
I
I
don't see
came
any.
from the room and it was still asking for waiting to accept.
Okay, we'll sort it out afterwards.
All right.
This process, no
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
And,
thank you, Kajitan. Okay, go ahead.
So now what we will do is I will hand over the podium to Saira, who's the contest chair for table topics. Let her sort of go through the process of how the table topics will happen, that she will come on the stage, she will read, she will give her not briefing, the openings, and then let's say, Saira, what you can do is you can just assume now who is number 1, 2, 3. It's up to you. We will not go through, because we are not going to do the briefing now. You just say number 1 is so and so, and then ask the person to choose the topic if you are going to give them the option of 1, 2, 3. And then at that time, we will move all the contestants to the isolation room, along with Faisal and Abdul Wahid, I guess. And then in that order, they will actually, one of them, let's say Faisal remains here and the other person goes there to monitor them. Or Faisal, who you want to do? You want to go with them, or you want Abdul?
Yeah, Abdul, we will both go there, and Abdul Wahid will stay there. All right, and I will leave the room, and then I will bring them one by one.
One by one. Fantastic. Okay. So to do that, let me again put everyone on mute and then hand over to Saira.
Question, Kajetan.
Yeah.
I don't know the names of everybody. Should I just?
Yeah, just note them down on your piece of paper. It's Tabassum Ali.
Yeah.
Alan Paul.
Alan Paul.
Rohena Akil.
Rohena Akil.
Syed Gamdi.
Syed Gambi. Okay.
Gamdi and Askar Ali.
Asghar Ali.
Okay. All the contestants, please keep your video on throughout, okay? At least now, so that we can identify you. And over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, Toastmaster Kajetan. I welcome all the table topics contestants today to our mock contest, and we'll go ahead in full speed with this particular contest. I'd like everyone on the particular day, I will go through each and every point like a table topics master does, where you strictly observe the following, such as the table topic speech, contestants and sergeant-at-arms have been briefed, the rules are given, etc., etc. We'll be going through the entire thing on the real day. But right now, for the sake of the mock contest, we'll just look at the contestants. All contestants have drawn their speaking order. So please, audience, hold your applause. And here are the speaking order. Contestant number 1 is Alan Paul. Contestant number 2 is Tabassum Ali. Contestant number 3 is Rohela Akil. Contestant number 4 is Syed Gambi. And contestant number 5 is Asghar Ali. Hope all the judges have noted down the names. So contestants, are we ready? Should I ask? At this point, Kajetan, I just wanted to ask you, how do we draw the lots for who's to go? Okay, the lots are done, sorry. So audience, are you ready? Chief Judge, can we begin the contest? Okay, done. Can I have a show of my screen with the 3 contests, with the 3 table topics? It's with Olivia.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Olivia.
Just give me a minute. I'm getting it done.
Sure, sure, no worries.
Thank you. Okay, the first 3 table topics, anyone they can choose, yeah?
Yes. So, first 3. There we are. It's just opening up the 3 envelopes with table topic 1, table topic 2, and table topic 3. Can everybody see that? Yeah?
Saira, let the contestant choose, and then once the topic is selected, I will be showing the topic.
Okay. In that case, our contestant number 1, Alan Paul, will you please choose 1, 2, or 3?
Okay.
And then I can go ahead.
Okay, now I can. I'm unmuted now. Number 1.
Number 1?
Yes.
Okay. Let's open the okay. All right.
Don't open.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So I'll.
That I have never been able to do till now, and that is bungee jumping. So this is something that I'm always afraid of doing, but I never got the opportunity to do that. And you can say now that I'm married and I have a little more responsibilities, it can be a little more difficult for me to try this because my wife feels that I'm going to commit suicide. But no, this is something that I want to try for my own self, just for my satisfaction. I would always like to try bungee jumping because I'm a person who always takes a leap of faith. Whenever there's something I'm too afraid to do, I'll always try to do that so that I can get over that fear. So bungee jumping is one thing that I've always been afraid to do, but I want to do that. Over to you, contestant.
Thank you. Audience, please hold your applause. I'd request for 1 minute of silence.
Now, Saira, during that 1 minute, I'll bring the next contestant and I'll give you green signal that we are ready and contestant is on the camera, and then you will just read the question.
Yes, Faisal, do you have any problem going back into the room? Because
I can see the option and I can go.
Fantastic.
Okay, I hope I can see your green signal. That means green signal.
It would have been better if the backup timer was also showed so that we can practice that. You know, when she says 2 minutes. I can't hear you, Kedgerton.
The backup timer will not be shown. She will only observe the main timer.
No, what I'm saying is if in case there was a disruption, then I would have to pin that person, right? Yeah, just putting it out there. If you want, you can try it out with the rest of the contestants.
Yeah, okay, now Faisal is in the isolation room. He's bringing the next contestant. Should come here anytime. Yes, contestant Tabassum is in the room.
Contestant number 2. Tabassum Ali. Your topic is, what is something you've always wanted to try but have been
muted? 1 second. I need the timer. Just 1 second.
Okay, Saira, there is one thing very, very critical. Until I'm back, I told you once I'm back and I'll give you green signal that contestant is ready, then please start reading the question.
Yeah.
It will give them a time and we have to unmute them and they have to position themselves. And once you see the next contestant standing in front of the camera and ready, then I'll give you the signal and then you can start the question.
Okay, I think the confusion is because I can't see you, so.
Because my camera is off.
Okay,
that
no
you will be able to see me.
Okay. So tell me when you're ready.
Okay, Tabassum is ready now with the camera and the mic.
1 second. I can't see myself. 1 second.
We can see you, Tabassum. It's not important if you're not able to see yourself.
But where's the timer? I can't see the timer also. Timer? Now I can see the light. Okay, fine. And I can see myself in the small screen. Okay.
Are you
no
ready,
problem.
Tabassum?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Okay, Saira, go ahead.
Contestant number 2, your topic is, what is something you've always wanted to try but have been too afraid of? I repeat, what is something you've always wanted to try but have been too afraid of? Contestant number 2.
Success is always on the other side of fear. Contest chair, chief judge, and my lovely fellow Toastmasters. What is it that I always wanted to try and I'm afraid of? It's table topics. And I'm sure most of you will agree with me. The whole and sole purpose that we join Toastmasters, of course, the latter part that comes in is personality building, good communication, good leadership. We see all that. But the reason we join table topic is because we want to become good speakers in front of public. Because as soon as we see people around, we start jittery and shivery, and we can hear our adrenaline rushing and a heartbeat more than what we are speaking. So that a topic which is just thrown to you in front of 1,000 people, 500 people, 2,000 people, and you have to answer. So you are very scared of it. And that's the fear which I think most of us have. And that is one of the reasons is table topic. I fear it, no doubt about it, but still that fear propels me to go ahead and perform in a table topic. Because unless and until I do not face my fear, I will always live in one. And that at the end of the day will be a failure in itself. So I would request all of you, face your fear. Only then, one day, you will taste success. Back to you, Contest Master.
Audience, please hold your applause. A request for 1 minute of silence.
Okay, now Saira, I'll bring all the contestants here. Now I believe we are done with the
practice.
No, there is one thing very important. If you will say the name of the contestant and contestant is not here, the rule book says the contestant would be disqualified.
Okay.
All right. In the real contest, by the way, but because that would be the contest also. So if the contestant is not here, that person would be disqualified because of you.
Okay, not in the meeting room because of me. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So make sure until the next person is there, that person is ready with the mic and the camera. And I said, fine, go ahead, and then say the question.
Right. Perfect. Very good learning.
Yeah. This is what we are here today. So you would not be in a hurry. Contestants would not be in a hurry. Like you started the question and Tabassum jumps in and said, oh, wait, please. So we don't want these kind of things on that day on the mock-up contest.
Faisal, right, should we give one of the KSA member a trial, because just for them to see how they will pin the timer and all.
Okay, I'll bring from 1041 person instead of Alan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Instead of Alan.
Okay, Saira,
Yes.
Toastmaster Said is with us in the main room. And Said, if you can hear and if you're ready for the question.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, great. Okay, Saira, go ahead.
Okay. Olivia, you ready?
Yes, I'll show the topic.
Okay. Contestant number 5, your topic is, what is something you've always wanted to try but have been too afraid of? I repeat, what is something you've always wanted to try but have been too afraid of? Contestant number 5.
Actually, it's way too many things that I wanted to try and I'm really scared of. But I believe the being afraid of things, or let's say fear itself, it's a message. It's a message that would help us to go and develop ourselves. It shows us where in the timeline that we been traumatized and how we can work with this trauma in order to grow and become the better version of ourselves. I can name a lot of fears that I have, starting from speaking in public, which I conquered and I keep on conquering on every single day. Being a leader, to lead myself and lead the community around me and be an example of someone who's growing. Being someone who's not afraid of being vulnerable in order to reshape himself, his thoughts, and even his soul. To the fear of heights, the fear of taking life or death decisions. But all what I know, and I'm sure of, is the life is a theater where we display our craft and our legacy. And in order to crafting our legacy and be someone who is a role model, someone who fulfilled their mission in life and values, I need to line up my fears and conquer them one by one, embrace them, learn from them, not be afraid of going back down the timeline, and know where the fear started and why the fear is so high to the point that it makes me not be able to advance with my life. Fellow Toastmasters and most honorable guests, I believe here that we are conquering all of these circumstances and gathering and practicing to better ourselves in the public speaking skill shows with no shadow of doubt that we are conquering our fears on a daily basis, every second of every minute of that day. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topic Contest Chair.
And that brings us to the end of this mock TT contest. Can I have it handed back to you, Kajetan?
Thank you. I'll wait for our Sergeant of Arms to bring the rest of the members from the isolation room.
All right. I got some questions also. I'll just share once I'll bring.
Olivia, thank you very much for that support.
Welcome.
Fantastic. Everyone is back?
Okay. Kajetan, I have a question from Said.
Yeah.
Said, if you are still on the mic, let me just open your mic. Okay, Said, can you hear me now?
I hear you clearly, sir.
Okay. Once you joined, you were able to see the timer all the time?
No, I did not. Actually, I'm in on a mode where I can I was seeing only the contest chair.
Okay.
Yes. So this is one thing I noticed. You haven't pinned the timer. You have to pin the timer once you are back.
Okay.
So you will see all the time only the timer on the screen, and we can see you. We will pin your video, or you are speaking. We can see you all the time.
Okay, noted. Thank you so much, Toastmaster.
All right, you can share this thing with your other Toastmaster also, who is just came back from breakout room.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
May I suggest something?
Yeah.
We should repeat pin the timer every time before the contestant begins. I think the contest master needs to repeat this every time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Have you pinned the timer? Have you pinned
Yes.
the timer? Yeah.
I think
that makes
as a
easy.
table topics master or any contest chair, basically, I need to say, okay, speaker, are you ready with the setup? Have you pinned the timer? These are two
Correct.
sentences.
This will be fantastic. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic. Yeah.
And we will be making sure in the breakout rooms also to just sharing the same thing, that once you will go back, pin the timer first, and once you're ready, just inform us so the contest chair would be go ahead.
Yes.
Muhammad Dashti, you did an amazing job as a timer. Perfecto.
Yeah. Great job, Dashti. Thank you so much. Yeah. He's still in the park.
Oh, I see.
The curfew is not getting affected. I mean, you are outside DTM Dashti.
Vasta.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
Anything to help, we will do.
Okay, so now any questions? I just unmute everyone. If you all have any questions, please feel free to. But my focus today was to get all the.
So we will continue now, right?
Kajitan, I have a question. Kajitan, I have a question. Imagine we are in isolation room, and somehow Faisal got disconnected, and we don't know what's going on in the main room. Right. Is there any way I get to know what's going on?
I can answer that. I can answer that because last time we practiced similarly. If I was disconnected by any reason, I was connected in the WhatsApp group. So always you have to just keep an eye in the WhatsApp group also.
So that's the only option available. We have to see WhatsApp as well parallelly.
Yes, and also the other thing, let's say there is 1 minute. Okay, there is a 1 minute for a speaker, 1 to 2 minutes for speaker to speak, and it was happened only one time. Once I was disconnected, I messaged in the WhatsApp right away. Not only you, I informed also the organizers.
There is one question now for I think Alan and Tabassum and Sayed. There's what attend until now as a contest, right? Rehana and Askar, they will attend or we will continue?
We'll continue.
With Rehana, right?
I have one question. I cannot pin the timer. How will I see the timer when I cannot see the participants? So carry on with Askar for now. Let's work on my participants, how to view them.
Rehana, you can't fill the timer.
I can feel, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Wave out to me. You can wave out to me. How are you sitting in the garden? I can't understand.
Of my house.
Can you explain how the timer is showing the colors?
How it's showing the colors?
Can you show them now?
I am cover the cam and I add a virtual background. Sorry, I add the virtual background. Green and yellow and red. That's how I show.
Virtual background.
Brilliant idea. Brilliant idea.
Huh? That is good, but I need to see it, Gadgeton.
Yeah, okay. After the session, I will connect to you. I'll message you. Anybody has any
Rohina,
questions?
the only thing you are not able to see because you are connected on the web.
Yeah,
You
I
are
will
not
get her to
connecting through the
install.
application.
Yeah, I will install for her the app. Faisal.
I think let me start.
Yes, Gadgeton, please.
Yeah.
I want to ask about the telecounter.
Okay, Sahar.
Yeah. Shall I connect with the chief judge or the judges by themselves?
I can't hear you. Should I unmute everybody? Okay, I can hear you now. Can you repeat your question, Sahar?
I want to ask about the telecounter, please. Telecounter rule.
Telecounter. Oh, okay. This is
How
DTM Ali.
how
He's
I
around.
will connect?
Sahar, Gadgeton,
Yeah.
and Sahar added in the telecounter and we'll do a separate.
Will you please mute the others, please?
Yeah, Sahar.
Yeah.
You will be added in the judges group.
Okay.
And yeah, it doesn't require to be grouped here. It will be grouped separately.
I can't hear you clearly, please, DTM.
Yeah, TM Sahar, I will add you in the judges group and we will discuss this separately for the tally counter.
Very good. Very good.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. From my side, I'm done. Anybody else wants to deliver something?
Yeah, especially people from District 104, if they have any questions, please, you can ask from Alizi here and Gadgeton also here.
Just a moment. Have we done the table topics?
Yes, we done the table topic. It was a trial only.
But I wasn't called in.
Yeah, that's why we called one of your other Toastmasters from district. So he just practiced. So he will share the experience. You just have to leave the room and you will be here. And like you are speaking now, the topic will given to you and you will speak.
Yeah, but may I know the reason why I wasn't called now?
Yeah, we
Because
did.
that was only the practice.
We did not rehearse with every contestant today.
Okay. So I was waiting. I thought maybe I'll watch it. Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay.
So just
I was waiting. Where did everybody go? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. No problem.
I was waiting to ask, and I was trying to talk to you over there, but you were not listening to me.
But I think there was some problem with my audio too. But may I just know what was the topic? I think.
Yeah, I wanted to know the topic too.
Really?
What's it? What?
You want to know what the topic was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we can
do
them.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just find it.
Okay, I'll show you're showing the topic to us.
Can I say what it is?
Yeah, we can repeat it. Nothing like
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what is
Alan,
one
do it
thing
again.
that you? What is one thing that you wanted to do, but
Sorry, come again. What is the one thing
that you wanted to do?
you wanted to
Do.
Always try.
what is the
What is-
one
yeah,
you
what
always
is
wanted
something
to
that
try
you always
but
wanted
have
to
been
try,
too
but you could
afraid
never
of?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What is something you have always wanted to try but have never been too afraid of? But have been too afraid. Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, guys. Nice to know you all. I'm leaving.
Thank you. All the best on Friday. And
I'll stay back.
and anybody who wants to, especially the participants, if you have any technical things to sort out, please message me and we will sort it out for you.
So now we are finished.
From the participant point of view, yes. Any role players, if Ali wants to do something, he's up to him.
Zoom cloud होता है ना Zoom meeting का. Zoom room.
DTM Ali, you want to take over and close it out?
Thank you. Thank you, AD Gadgeton. and other trainers for the day. I believe most of the questions are answered. The reason for having a mock before the mock. Now, everybody, we are going to gather on Friday, but please make Sunday. I have another RA call, sorry, on Friday, and please come in at least half an hour early by 8:30 a.m. So why am I saying this? Because now 104 and 20 has opened it to everybody. So it shouldn't be a case where you come in late at 9:10 and there is no capacity anymore in the room. Yeah, we cannot do anything at that time. It will be impossible to get you in the room. So personally, in my case, I'll be coming probably even 1 hour early. By 8 a.m., I'm going to be there. So just be there, put yourself on mute, and carry on with the other work at home, whatever it may be. But just once you get in, you are safe. Okay, so please get in minimum half an hour early. Even early, the better. Okay, test the settings. If you have any questions, Gadgeton will be there. The contest masters will be there. The MC will be there. So this is a good opportunity to talk to them. Okay, once at 9 a.m. we begin the show. There might be people from around the region. So we won't be able to help as much as we can before 9 a.m. And please leave your mobile number in the chat. We already have it in the Excel sheet. You can leave it in the chat also. So Gadgeton and the other trainers can take screenshot of this. In case anything, Gadgeton, Khalid, MC, please put your numbers also in the chat before we end the call. They can take a screenshot and be in touch with all of you. So ready for the big day? I believe yes.
Yes, ready, but I just have one question. You just mentioned that it's better we log in early so that, if 500 capacity is reached and then we can't log in. What if by chance someone gets logged out? One of us.
No, there is, if somebody is getting logged off, the only way is get connected immediately to the PQD in 104. Myself, I'm with all the contestants. I'm connected to both the groups now, 20 and 104. Getting connected with us. We might request 1 or 2 role players to exit who are backups to exit for some time, get you in and then get them later in. There's nothing else we can do. This is the only way. But if that's a good question, Tabassum. What I would suggest for contestants especially, log in from 2 devices and just keep 1 device as a silent device. Do not use 2 devices for training. I mean, like what you did today, use 1 single device is better. But if something like happens, log in from 2 devices just for backup purposes. That's the only thing what I can think of, unless anyone has any other solution. If nobody, thanks a lot for being here, especially our friends from 104. It has been wonderful. Other districts also approached me in the region, but they approached me late when we are already 2 days away from the concept. Somebody told me yesterday, can they also join in? So they are speakers and role players. I have to apologize. So 20 and 104, this is a great opportunity. That's all from my side. Thanks, President.
Just one question, Ali. Regarding the Zoom account which we have, it is a single host account. Do you want to add more hosts on that one, or it can be work with only single host?
I can answer that question for you, Bashir.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah. So the account that the district has purchased has 2 hosts.
No, but the district 104 is having only single host, is what I want to understand.
You're like using 104 account. Okay, fine. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea to.
This account which you are using now, is it a multi host or only single host?
No, I'm using my own, which has a single host, but District 20 has two hosts, but they don't have the capacity. They haven't yet bought that extra capacity, which I guess you all have bought 500, right?
Yeah. We have 500 capacity, but what I'm asking about the host, because I can see there are 4 co-hosts on the team.
Yeah, that you can have n number of co-hosts. That's not a problem. I can make 10 people co-hosts.
Yeah, this is what I want to understand. Okay.
Yeah, but only the host has the ability to make corrections in the polls. If you want to run any poll, which I don't think we will be doing in a contest level, only the host can do it.
Yeah, Kajiton, just to add more, 104, you have only one host.
Yeah,
but it's enough. If it's very good to conduct the contest. No worries on that part.
I believe so. Yeah.
Thank you.
PQD 104. Any final thoughts, please?
Thank you, DTM Ali Shabazz and the entire team for successfully conducting this mock before the mock contest. Right, I think everything is set. Now we need to send the link to everyone so that they can participate on Friday. So today, I think so far everything is fine.
Kajiton, I think we can end this.
Okay. Thank you everyone for participating. I wish all the best to all the participants, and let's have a great show. As DTM Ali said, come, all the role players and the speakers, please come as early as possible, even 1 hour early. It will give us enough time to set up everything, make sure everything is working, connections, everything. So when the time comes, everyone is ready to go. All the speakers, in my opinion, today are equipped, they have understood, they will fine tune over the next few days so that they deliver the best experience possible for our attendees. Thank you.
Okay.
And good night.
Wishing a great show.